Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about practical program, that is fifth program, display a string elements using class. The question is, write a program to accept a string and print the number of uppercase, lowercase, vowels, consonants and spaces in the given string. So we have to input a string and we have to count number of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, vowels and consonants and spaces present in the string and give the output. Okay, let us start the program. We are going to make use of class. Okay, using class we have to do this program. So first we shall define a class. So it should start with the keyword class. So let the class name be string. Okay, so colon, I am giving the class name as colon. Then we are going to define different functions for counting the number of vowels, number of consonants, uppercase, lowercase, spaces, everything. Okay, so separate functions for doing all these things. So the first one we are going to define constructor, okay, which is used for initializing the number of variables. Okay, so constructor, you know, we have to write def. So then after that we have to put double underscore. Always the constructor will have double underscore before and after. So constructor name is init. Then put double underscore, okay, and within parenthesis self, the argument, the first argument self should be there, and only self is there, no other arguments it is going to accept. Okay, so then put colon, then we are going to define this function. So this constructor we are going to initialize the variables. So what are all the variables you are going to make use of means uppercase for counting the number of uppercase, for counting the number of lowercase, and for counting the number of vowels, consonants and everything. Okay, so we have to write as self dot. So whenever you are using the initializing the variable inside, we have to make as self dot that variable name. Okay, so self dot uppercase. This is the variable which is going to have the number of uppercase letters. So initialize with 0. Similarly, self dot lowercase for counting the number of lowercase equal to 0, and we should have self dot vowels. So for counting the number of vowels equal to 0. Okay, then we are going to have self dot consonants equal to 0. Next we are going to have self dot space. We also should count the number of spaces. So I am writing spaces, okay, equal to 0. Next we are going to initialize one more variable, that is self dot string. Okay, so string is the variable which is used to get the input. Okay, so here we are writing self dot. So this class name, let us have it as capital S. Okay, so capital S, this is the variable which is used for getting the string. Okay, so for which only we are going to calculate the number of uppercase, lowercase and vowels present. Okay, so that should be initialized. So we have different types of variables initialized in this constructor function, uppercase, lowercase, because we need to count the number of uppercase letters, that is capital letters, small letters, vowels, consonants, spaces, and we are going to make use of one more variable to get the input. Okay, so that is string. Next, so we have finished the initialization, that is init constructor have been finished. Now next function we are going to define. Okay, so def. So all these functions are defined inside the class, so we have to give one tab space. Okay, so don't write the function here. If you are writing, this is the common mistake some students will do, don't write here. Okay, because these functions are methods which are defined inside the classes, so we have to leave one indenting. இங்கே ஒரு indenting இருக்கணும், இல்லைனா it will show error. Okay, so def next function is get str. In order to get the input, I am defining one more function, get str. Okay, so str self. Again, it is also having only one argument, that is self. That's all, no other extra parameters it is accepting. Okay, next, so inside that function I am going to get the input. Okay, so for that I am writing self dot str, that is string only we have defined here. So previously, see here, we have initialized the variable for getting the input is string. Okay, so self dot string, we have to write it here. So self dot string is equal to, by making use of the input function we are going to use. Okay, so input directly we can write as input. Okay, input of enter a string. So put colon, put solve. Okay, so enter in your manual they have given us a string function, str function they have used. Without using str function, we can write directly this input statement, input function, because by default whatever we are typing through the keyboard, that will be accepted as a string only. So there is no need of using the str function. Okay, next, so I got the value in string. For that string only I'm going to count the number of uppercase, lowercase and everything. Okay, so we have this definition of get str is over. Next we are going to define the functions which is used for calculating the number of uppercase, that is capital letter. Okay, so we have to write def, let us have the function name as count upper underscore. Okay, so count, because identifier allows only the underscore as a special character. Okay, so count upper is a function. Okay, again only self, so no other argument, it's very easy, only self only we are assuming. Okay, so count upper self, and then we are going to, this function is going to calculate the number of capital letters present in the string. That means, what is the logic we are going to use it here means, take each character and we want to check whether it is uppercase or not. For that we are going to make use of is upper function. Okay, so for loop, so to take one by one character we are using the for loop. So for ch in self dot string, this is the string for which you want to count the number of uppercase. Okay, so for ch in self dot string colon, then inside that for loop, see the indenting, so inside the def function we are using the for loop, then inside this for loop we are going to make use of if statement. Okay, so take the character and we are going to check whether it is uppercase or not. Okay, so for that we are checking by using the if statement. So if ch dot is upper function, we are going to make use of is upper. Is upper. Okay, so now colon, so this function will return true or false. If the capital letter is uppercase means it will return true. So if it is true, this condition is true means what we have to do, there is a uppercase, that is capital letter is found. So we have to increment this variable. We already initialized one variable for counting the number of uppercase. So that variable we want to increment. So we have to write, so that the statement should come inside if. So we have to leave again one more indenting. Okay, so self dot is, sorry, uppercase is the variable, function name is count upper. See the difference, because same name, so we'll get confused, don't make this. So uppercase here, count underscore upper is a function name, whereas uppercase is the variable which is holding the number of uppercase letters. Okay, so that only we want to increment here. So uppercase uppercase plus equal to 1. Okay, so this is the function we have defined, that's all. So def count upper self, so this function is used for calculating the number of uppercase, that is capital letter. Okay, for ch in string, this is the input string what we have given, so it will take one character and store in ch, and that character we are checking whether is upper. If it is true means we are incrementing that uppercase variable as 1. Okay, so one, if suppose if it is false means, this function is false means it won't execute this statement. Okay, and it will go and check for the other character, like that one, each character will be taken and it will be checking inside this is upper function. Okay, so we have defined the function for counting the uppercase. Same thing we have to do it for lowercase. Okay, So def count upper. So what we can do means just copy this. Indenting is more important when we are defining it. Okay. If you make any mistake, you won't get the output. So def function. The second function is used for calculating the lower case. So we are defining count lower. That's all. Instead of upper, we are writing count lower. Okay. And for ch in same thing, self dot string, if ch is lower, we have one function that is lower. Okay, so is lower, then the variable, second variable what we have used here for having the number of lowercase letters, self dot lowercase. So same thing we have to use here also. Okay, so lowercase. So program is very lengthy. If you understand, it will be very easy. So count lower function is used for calculating the number of lowercase letters, that is small letters. Okay, so the second function is over. Next we want to calculate the number of vowels. Okay, the third variable we have initialized is number of vowels, that is self dot vowels. So for that we have to define one function, self count lower. Next one is count vowel. All the functions you have the name as count underscore. Okay, so we are going to define one more function, that is count vowels. Okay, so def count underscore vowels, self colon. Okay, so here again same for loop, for because each character we have to take. Okay, so for ch in self dot string colon, then next again if statement, but here we are going to make use of one function, that is in operator, in and not in operator. Okay, so if ch in open parenthesis, all the vowels we want to write here. Okay, so capital A comma small a see now we have I have completed. So A, capital A, small a, capital E, small e, all the letters, all the vowels we have to mention. Okay, so if ch in this list of characters means, then we have to write self dot vowels plus c equal to 1. If it is true means, then this vowels will be incremented with 1. Okay, so this will count, this vowels will hold the number of vowels present in the string. Okay, so for the we have defined count vowels function also. Next one we want to define count consonants. Okay, because the AE, other than AE, IOU, the other characters are called as the consonants. So the same function you can copy it. Okay, count vowels. Instead of count vowels, we are going to calculate the consonants. So we can have the function name as consonants. Self for ch in self dot string, here instead of in operator we are going to make use of not in operator. Okay, so not in AEI, if it is not in this list means it is true, so it will increment the variable what consonants. We have initialized consonants with 0, that should be incremented. Okay, consonants. If you make any spelling mistake also, you will get error. The variable name what you are using here, that should be used. Okay, so consonants. So we have defined the next function also for counting the number of consonants. So we uppercase, lowercase, vowels, consonants. The third next one is spaces. We want to count the number of spaces. Okay, so for that we are going to define a function. Number of spaces is space, so we can have count space. So the function name is def count. So all the functions should start with count. Okay, count space self. So again same for loop for ch in self dot string. Okay, colon simple if statement, that's all. If ch equal to space. If it is equal to space, leave one space. If you don't leave a space also, it won't count it. Okay, so equal to space means then we have to increment what variable. So we have the variable initialized as self dot spaces. Okay, so that should be incremented. So we can write the statement as self dot spaces plus equal to 1. That will be. So now we have found the define the function for counting the number of spaces also. So that's all. Okay, so we have defined the function for counting the uppercase, lowercase, vowels, consonants, space. Next thing is we want to write one function which is used for, so we have defined all the functions. If we call this function only, it will be executed. So we are going to define one more function, def execute. For invoking all these function, we are going to write a function and we are going to write a call statement inside that function. Okay, so execute self. So first one, self dot, the first function we are going to call is count underscore upper. Okay, if you call only, these functions will be executed. Okay, so we are going to create one more function for calling all the 4 functions which we have defined: count upper, count lower, count vowels, count constant. The நாளையும் நம்ம call பண்ணாதான் execute ஆகும். So we are defining one function execute. Okay, and we are going to write only the call statement inside it. Okay, so now I have written execute function. See, self dot count upper, self dot count lower. We are invoking the function, so we have to write open and close parenthesis. Okay, so count lower, count vowels, count consonants, count out space. All these functions I have called, and these functions will calculate the number of uppercase, lowercase, and everything. Okay, so the next one is, after counting, we want to display the answer, display the result. So again we are going to define one more function for defining the result. Okay, so def display self. So print the given string contains. Next, print percentage. We are using the formatting character. Already you know about this formatting character. Okay, so I want to have, for suppose if you have 3 uppercase, means I want to have the result as 3 uppercase letters. So we have to write percentage. So uppercase is a variable which has the integer, so we have to write percentage d. Uppercase letters, close the double quotes, and then write percentage, the variable which we are using. So self dot uppercase. Okay, so this percentage d will be substituted with the value of uppercase. Uppercase is having 3, means it will give us the output as 3 uppercase letters. Okay, so this is the format of writing your print statement using the formatting character. Okay, next one is same thing for lowercase letters, vowels, consonants, as well as for the spaces. Okay, so we have defined all the function inside the class. So first one, constructor function we have defined. Next one is the getStr function, which is used for getting the input. Next we have defined count upper, which is used for calculating the uppercase, count lower, and next one is the count vowels. Okay, and next is the count consonants, count space, and next one is the execute, which is used for calling all those functions we defined, and next one is the display, which is used for showing the answer. Okay, so now we have completed the class definition. Class is over. Now next is the main program, main statement we want to write. Okay, after the class definition, go to 0 indenting. Okay, press the tab space and come here at the leftmost indenting. Here we want to define the, that is object. We want to create the object. Okay, so S is equal to, if you are writing capital S, everywhere you have to write capital S. If you are writing small s, everywhere you have to write the small s. Okay, I am using capital S. So S is equal to the function, the class name is string. Okay, so string open colon. Okay, so this this is the statement which is used for creating the object. So S is the object for the class string. So now I have created. Next thing is I want to call, so I want to get the string, then I want to count the number of characters, uppercase and lowercase. Then next, third one is I want to print the result. So in order to get the string, I have defined one function getStr. So I have to call this function. Okay, so we have to write yes using the dot operator. S dot get str, open and close. Okay, next, after getting the string, we want to call all those functions. For that, we have defined one function, that is execute. So we can call that function also. So execute. Next, third one is for printing the result. We have one function display. This is the function we want to display. Okay, so s dot display. That's all, students. That's all very easy. So first define the function class and define the functions inside that class. After the class definition is over, create the object and call the three functions. Only three functions we are calling here: getStr, then execute and display. That's all. So these statements should be in the zero indenting. Okay, because the class definition is over. After this only we are creating the object. Okay. Now let us execute this program. See, it is showing invalid. So since it's a very lengthy program, you will definitely make mistakes. See, I have not placed colon in the if statement. Everywhere I copy the same thing, so colon is missing everywhere. So everywhere for def you have to make use of colon, for you have to make use of colon, if statement you have to make use of colon. So everywhere that is missing. So didn't get. Now we shall execute again. So we have to give the input. I am giving the input, same thing given in your manual. Welcome. W is capital letters. Welcome to computer science. Capital S. Okay. So I have entered the string. Now see, the given string contains 3 uppercase because you have W and then C as capital 2 and third letter is S. So 3 uppercase letters and remaining are lowercase letters. So it is giving us 21. Okay, and there are 10 vowels inside. If you count, you can calculate. And remaining others are consonants, so 17. Then 3 spaces. So here 3 spaces, you have 1, 2, and then you have one more space here. So you have. So the program is working correctly. So this is the output for the program. Okay. So you have to, whenever you are doing this program, so you should be very careful about the indenting. Indenting, you should make it correctly. Okay. So def should have one indenting. Then inside def only we are initializing, writing all the statements. So leave 2 indenting. Automatically if you press, it will give 2 indenting. Okay. 2 tab spaces. And then similarly here also. Here in the C, it's like a step or ladder. See, def, after def it has for statement, so it is coming inside, and then inside that only we have if statement. Again one more indenting for this. Again that statement contain, if statement has one more statement, self dot uppercase, so again one more indenting. Same thing is followed for all the other functions. So indenting is very important. If you make any indenting mistakes, it won't show output, it will show the error. And colon must be used for class and all the def functions, and similarly for statement, if statement. So that's all, students. This is your 5th practical program. It's very lengthy. If you understand, it's very easy to write this program. Thank you, students.